What are the top 5 best event jets ever added to War Thunder? Well, 4 jets and 1 rocket. Hello guys, once again, it's Matt. Thank you all the members and patrons. Make sure to subscribe and let's get into it. Today we have another top 5 and these are the 5 best event jets that I think are in the game. I'm gonna do one of these for tanks as well, so don't you worry, okay? In the 5th position, I added the Jaguar IS. Yes, why did I add the Jaguar? Well, it is one of the best event aircraft for CAS that we have in the game. There is one that will be above in the list, but that is better, right? But this is one of the best CAS aircraft that you can get as an event vehicle, right? Of course, obviously, I'm not considering price or anything like that. Some of them will be more costly or not, but at the end of the day, the Jaguar IS has the amazing TV system that it has with thermals and stuff, which is basically the lightning, right? Which is used in many other aircraft, and of course you can use always the paveway guided bombs. Of course, it doesn't take a lot of bombs, only 3 guided ones, but still, I mean, it's basically 3 confirmed kills together with 2 MatAWGs, which can be very deadly for defending yourself at this BR. I mean, it's 11.0 with a MatAWG. So yeah, the 5th position, a Jaguar IS. I know it's not the most amazing thing ever, but it is an amazing CAS aircraft if used correctly. Then we jump a little bit on the sense of performance, right? On the sense of in its BR performance. In 4th position, I added the BI, right? The B or BI or whatever you want to call it is basically the Me-163 of the Soviets, right? And it is one of the best aircraft at 6.7. It really, really is good. You just have to, I mean, it kind of has a learning curve on 2 things. The amount of fuel, of course, because it's even lower than something like the Me-163. But as well on the cannons, because the Su25 cannon is not a bad cannon, but when you don't have a lot of ammunition, these cannons can let you down a little bit, okay? So you gotta learn how to use them. It is a pretty fun aircraft to fly, and of course it is in our 4th position. In our 3rd position, I added the F5A, yes, the American F5A, which is probably the best aircraft for an event that we have in the US. Why? Because all of them, the F4D is kind of weird. I mean, it got better since it was added, but it's kind of a weird aircraft. Still breaks sometimes in a very weird manner. An A7K is a pretty amazing CAS aircraft as well if used correctly, but at the end of the day, I would still use other things and for that. And the other ones, I mean, the F111 is pretty good, but a lower BR, FJ4 as well, it's not that good. It's good and not that good. I mean, it depends on how you fly it and the BR you're facing. But the F5 is basically an F5C, right? So it's an amazing aircraft. It really is. It can turn very well. It can do basically anything in a dogfight, you know. I already said these in other videos, but in my opinion, it's the best initial American jet that you can have as a supersonic, right? So it's an aircraft that has easy guns, easy performance, everything like that to actually be very easy to use. And with that, of course, you know, it's a very newbie friendly aircraft at the end of the day, you know. So yeah, F5A is pretty amazing. On the 2nd position, we have the Su25 BM. Of course, I had to add it, the best CAS event vehicle that you can get. I mean, the Su25 BM has its drawbacks, of course, but it is still an Su25. It can take a punch. It has the R73s to defend itself. It has their 60Ms. At the same time that its BR, I mean, it can defend itself somewhat, you know, if you are smart about it, in a good way. And of course, you have laser guided missiles and bombs, and you know, TV guided, not laser guided bombs, but TV guided and laser guided bombs and rockets and missiles, right? So it is a pretty good CAS option and a very fun aircraft to fly with some very cool skins. And in the 1st position, yes, it's kind of a weird one, but I gotta be honest, it is kind of a forgotten aircraft that is pretty amazing, and that's the Mirage 2000 CS4, right? This is basically the same aircraft that we have in the Tech Tree, but with less flares, you know. So it is a very high tier aircraft with just a little bit less flares. You just have to be a little bit more smart about your flares, but everything else is amazing on this aircraft, you know, especially for an event vehicle. Yes, it has its drawbacks. Mainly the only like real drawback that I think this aircraft has is, as I said, I mean, less countermeasures, but also the lack of the number of missiles. You only carry 4 missiles, which can be a little bit limiting, but at the end of the day, if you use it correctly, it's almost, it's normally 2 to 4 kills confirmed. You know, the problem is the Super 530, but the Magic Shoes are really good, like really good. After the buff, completely different missile in the last patch, I think it was, I don't remember, but still an amazing aircraft that if you have this thing, yes, it is probably the best event aircraft that you can have. The performance on it, there's no such thing in other nation. There are some honorable mentions like the Kafir C2 and stuff, but nothing compares to the Mirage 2000 CS4 in terms of event vehicles. So this is it, guys. These are the top 5 best event vehicles ever added, aircraft ever added in my opinion. Let me know in the comments what is your opinion on the matter, and I see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.